morning, everybody, and welcome to Philly AM Sports. No Al today. Al's a little bit under the weather. After watching that Eagles game on Friday, I'd be under the weather too. So yeah, it's just me for the next hour, guys, and we got a lot to dive into with this Philadelphia Eagles team again. But we're going to start with a happier note. As you can see, my background today. That's right, the Flyers, man. Oh, wow. Last night, man, they went into New Jersey, took care of business, and made it uh, a very successful road trip. They went was it 3-1 or 2-1-1 with an overtime win, or I don't know how they do, but right now they're sitting at 14-7-3 in the division. And they beat a pretty good Jersey team last night. Jersey was 16-8-1 coming in. So Flyers are right there along with the Devils. All I can say is if you're looking at the standings right now in the Eastern Conference, Flyers are third. And if you count everybody in the division, the Penguins, and the Hurricanes all have the less amount of games in the division right now. Hurricanes have one more win than the Flyers. The Devils only have two more wins than the Flyers, if you're looking up at it. And basically, the Flyers are right there in the Eastern Conference right now. If you're going down looking at it, the Lightning and the Devils both lead the Eastern Conference with 16 wins. Right after them, it's the Hurricanes and Bruins. And then you have the Flyers, the Capitals, Flyers, Capitals. Yeah, points wise, it's Lightning's number one, Devils are number two. Number three is Carolina. Number four is the Flyers. Number five is the Bruins. So, I mean, if you're looking at it right now, dude, they're in fourth place. They're in fourth place in the Atlantic Conference, and in the Eastern Conference. So, hats off to them last night, man. To go 3-1-1. They had an overtime. No. They were just 3-1 on this road trip. I forget when you get shootout wins, they count as wins. So, and they had a pretty rough road trip. If you really take a look at it, I mean, they had Tampa, Florida, they're both right up there, and they took 2 out of 3 from Florida already this year. They're already done with Florida. So for them to take 2 or 3 from the defending Cup champions, that says a lot. Just the way that they play this game, man. And I'll tell you what, Vladar is looking like to be a steal for the Flyers. That save he made last night was unreal. We will get to the elephant in the room, which is the Philadelphia Eagles. But we got to show the Flyers some love, man. You really do. Our boy Adam Cease checking in, says, good morning, Mike. Flyers playing great. Moved up to third place in their division, fourth place in the conference. So, Adam, yeah, they're playing really good. Yes, I cannot wait. Flyers play the Penguins Monday night. Yes, I will be on the call for that. So I will have Clear the Ice Monday night right after that game. So, Tippett, 100 goals and 200 points in his career so far. Yeah. And for people trying to say that they want to get rid of Tippett, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I'll tell you what, the game that they played, and it's really just the game in general. I mean, if you go back and look over their last couple of games, man, the Flyers has just been putting up. I'm going to start with, the first game they got shut out 3-0. But after that, they had 4 goals. They had 4 with it being Andre, Michkov, Couturier, and Forrester. All right. So you figure 4. Damn. I didn't want to do that. All right. And then the second game had Couturier, Zegras, Forrester. I guess they won. Actually, it's the shootout game that they won. So they had 4 there. And then last night, again, Tippett with 2 goals. Mitchkov with 2 goals. And Zegras with the other one. So there you have it. I mean, like, those guys have been just playing out of their minds. Really have been. And guys, before we let you go today, don't forget, John and Will and the guys will have you getting ready. All you Steeler fans getting ready for this afternoon's game. John and the guys will have you up and ready for this game, and they will also be back with the post game show as the Green Bay as the Steelers are getting ready. I believe they are hosting. Is it? They have a pretty good. They have a pretty good opponent today. Let me double check it. I don't want to say what it is, but they play the Bills. So yeah, that should be a pretty good game over there at Heinz Field. Now with Baltimore losing on Thanksgiving Day, the Steelers can actually try to take over first place in the AFC North, and I believe they get ready. I think they play Baltimore twice coming up in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you tune in to John and the guys over there, John and Will and the guys over there, so they can. If you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, that's what we have. If you're taking a look today, this is what we. Oh, wait a minute, last one right here. Let me take this. Oh. All right. There you go. You have us right now. Steel City Sunday pregame, Steel City postgame, and then you have the final word with Matty B coming up tonight at 9:00. So I know Matty will be interested and ready to rock with whatever it is he is going to talk about. Kind of a light day for Philly sports. I mean, Flyers are off, so I think only on schedule tonight, I believe, should be the Sixers. Yes, they host the Atlanta Hawks at 6:00. So that should be that's the only thing really he can report on that. Maybe some Phillies hot stove, see what's going on there. But other than that, my man, that's about it as far as that goes. Tomorrow night, like I said, I will have the Clear the Ice against those ice pigeons from Penguin Land. So, all right. I do have to make a little bit of an announcement for prop stocks and parlays. Tuesday night, we're supposed to get some type of inclement weather. I do not know right now. That is up in the air for being on. I'm going to let you guys know that. Most of you guys know I work for the state, and I am responsible for when inclement weather comes of opening the roads. That's right. I plow snow during the winter, and I just wanted to let you know that if this storm does come and I get called in, there won't be a show. Now, if it doesn't move in until after that, there will be. So it really kind of depends on the timing of when this rain / slush mixture is supposed to roll through the area. So again, guys, I will let you know. Right now, count for it to be on. But don't be surprised if you guys see a text message or something on our social media stating that it had to be pushed off or whatever reason. Okay. Only reason, like I said, is we have inclement weather, and unfortunately, that's what I have to do. Adam says, it is snowing here now. Where are you at, Adam? Well, we didn't get called in, so hopefully it's just a passerby. If you're getting called in, it's snowing here. It must be postcard snow. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. Rain and snow, yeah. Throughout the day. Who knows? Maybe I might get called in today. I don't know. But Tuesday, it definitely looks like it's coming in on Monday night into Tuesday morning. It looks like Starts out as rain on Tuesday. Yeah, just Tuesday. It looks like rain. Looks like it's just rain. So, again, count for it to be on unless it tells you otherwise today. So, like I said, looking at Monday night says it looks like it's supposed to start Monday night. So, it may go into Monday night. But I just had to put it out there for you guys because, I had to make sure that I at least got it out there so you guys ain't looking for it and going, hey, where's Mike and Paul at? So, I definitely will. You will know within about 24 hours or about 36 hours from now. I'll be able to give you a better definition of what's going on with that. Now we got to talk about the ugly, and the ugly is this Philadelphia Eagles team. They're in trouble. They're just in trouble. It's getting to the point now where the defense looks like it's gassed. Hopefully, with this little mini bye that they have, they can get a little bit of rest, maybe come out a little rejuvenated for this game in LA next week. And I think it might do them some good to get out of here too. I'm pretty sure they're going to hear the noise all week if they're dropping their second straight, and it's probably be good for them to get out of here. I still have faith a little bit in this team just because of the defense. As you take a look right here, this back-to-back right here, man, with them losing to Dallas and Chicago, especially the Bears, the way they were beaten by the Bears, there's only two ways to come back from this. I mean, it's either you get off the canvas and you come back and you fight back, or you're going to continue to get your teeth kicked in. And to be honest with you, really, I'm looking at this last game really as with the Chargers is probably their last toughest test. I'm sorry, I don't believe in Buffalo. I think Buffalo's too wishy-washy for me. I'm not sold on Buffalo. I'm really not. I think they're having a down year as well. If you're looking at the three top teams in the AFC that been the three top teams in the AFC are all having down years. Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, all having down years. And you want to talk about inconsistency. Maybe it's just over the board. I think really kind of the only team that was in the playoffs a year ago that looks somewhat poised to look like they're ready to take a next step is the Rams. The Rams look like they're ready to take the next step and go. Like right now, they're my odds-on favorites. I'm not buying into the Cowboys. I'm really not. Detroit is taking a step back. We already seen what Green Bay is. I mean, Dallas is playing good ball. I will say that. They are playing good ball. I just don't think they would have enough to beat that Rams team. That Rams team's got a hell of a good defense. Hell of a good defense. Like, I think they would embarrass the Cowboys. I really would. And isn't it ironic? And that's all I'm going to say with this, and you guys can take it as you want to take it. Dallas has had the highest output the last two games. Their opponents, uncharacteristically, both teams over 10 penalties in the game. Chiefs, the Eagles were kind of wishy-washy. But that Chiefs game, for them to be penalized as much as they were penalized, really got to take a look at that for a second because, to me, that just keeps Jerry and Dallas relevant. I mean, they beat the two teams that were in the Super Bowl a year ago, which I think is funny, too. Now, all of a sudden, the Cowboy fans are beating their chest. Like, I think it's funny. Like, you guys beat us by 4 points, or you beat us by 3 points. The Eagles beat you by 4 opening night. Like, so that's a definition of a split, if I've ever seen one. So, really, there's no shit talking, really, to be honest with you. You guys won that game. You guys deserve to win that game. You guys were the better team on that day. Yeah. I don't think you're the better team overall. When teams hit their lows, It's just that plain and simple. They do. But this Eagles team, it's not exuding any confidence in anybody right now. A lot of people are starting, compare this to 2023. I beg to differ on that note, just because 2023 we had no defense whatsoever. This defense just looked like it's gassed, like Al said during the post game. They look gassed, and for me, I just don't know, man. I don't know. That Chiefs game, especially last drive, giving Dallas the win with the flags. Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of home cooking for the Cowboys there on that. Especially, like I'll even say, that CD Lamb play on DeJean was utter BS. Utter BS. No, even people who played the game were calling it a BS call. But they got to somehow keep Dallas relevant. You know, it feels like it's a good comeback story. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, even if they come back and win the division, I don't care. Let them win the division, because what does that prove other than they're going to have to go? They're going to get a home playoff game, and are they going to win one for a change? I think Dak's won a couple in his career, right? Won a couple. I can't take them serious. I'm not putting Dallas in the NFC title game. There's too many better teams out there. Seattle's better. Seattle's better than Dallas. Right now, I think Seattle's better than the Eagles right now. I don't think anybody in the North. I mean, maybe this Bears team. The Bears have already beaten the Cowboys and the Eagles and Washington and the Giants. I think they swept our division. So, that Bears team, they play like this, they're going to be a hard out. They're going to be a hard out. And now you're looking, if you're looking at the NFL as it is right now, holy cow, man. It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy to try to, like, if you're looking at playoff scenarios, Jesus. Playoff scenarios for this right now. Hold on, I'm going to bring them up. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Right now, it's the Rams and the Bears, followed by the Birds, Bucks, Seattle, Green Bay, San Francisco. They are your playoff teams right now. One would be off. The Bears would play number 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would be Bears, 49ers, Packers, Eagles, Tampa Bay, Seattle. The winner of Bears 49ers, it really kind of all depends. If the 49ers beat the Bears, they would go to Los Angeles. And then the winner of Seattle, Tampa Bay would come to the winner of, no, actually, it would be Eagles, Packers. Whoever wins that game, if Tampa would win their game, if they would beat Seattle, then whoever won between, if the Eagles win, Tampa would come here. If the Packers win, they would go to Tampa. If Seattle were to win and the Packers were to win, then the Packers would go to Seattle. So right now you have basically Detroit, Dallas, and Carolina, all literally within one game of each other. That's it. I mean, that's a heck of a that's a heck of a with all these games left to play. And this is kind of interesting too over here in the AFC playoff picture, man. AFC playoff picture's really crazy. New England would have off if the playoffs started today. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now, if Buffalo would have to go to Denver right now to play the Broncos. Jacksonville would have to go to Indy. and then the Chargers would have to come to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. That is crazy. Now, here's something that you don't know. That's number 7, right? Number 8 at 6-5. Number 7 seed is the Bills at 7-4. Houston is 6-5 at the 8th seed. Kansas City is 6-6, the 9th seed. Baltimore is 6-6, the 10th seed. So basically, all Houston has to do is jump the Bills, and literally all the top 3 teams from a year ago in the AFC are out of the playoffs. Could you think about that? Imagine what the betting line would have been for that. That would have been crazy. So Penn State wins yesterday, 40-36, and a wild, and I mean wild game up in Piscataway. We're going to get back to the Eagles in a minute. Take a little break from them. After watching this team play, I think Terry Smith should get the head coaching position. I hope they give it to him. I don't want another big name in here. Let this guy make his mark. Who's to say that he can't? These kids love him. Listen to your kids, man. I feel like right now, these kids are telling you, we want to play for him. And if they want to play for him, all these other guys that are decommitting and going with James Franklin, they will be hitting the transfer portal. They will be hitting the transfer portal in about a year after they see that this guy can't coach. The love for this dude is overwhelming. I've always said he's a really good recruiter. He sucks at coaching. And again, one of my dreams is to go to Blacksburg. I want to experience the whole Enter Sandman thing and do that. I can't go while he's there. I'll go after the next coach comes in. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. And it's really weird. Like the way they do these, if you want to enter the porthole, you gotta enter it now. Like, whatever happened to waiting until the end of the season? If your team's in a playoff position, like that kind of screwed Penn State last year. If you really want to be honest, when Alec got banged up in that game against Notre Dame, they could have easily went with Bopavula and moved the ball, but he was going to leave out. He was using the transfer portal, and he went to Mizzou. So, I don't know. I liked the fact that Grunkenmeyer got a chance to come in here and get some valuable snaps this year. And he played in the toughest games, man. He played in some tough games, did that kid. Played against some good teams. I think that'll make him better going forward. You're not going to be able to replace Nicholas Singleton and Katron Allen. They are just going to be bulldozers at best. I would love, and I mean, I'm saying this now, Howie, go get Katron Allen. You need a backup running back for Saquon Barkley? Right there, Katron Allen. Enough said. That kid is a beast. Oh, man. So, Adam saying, Terry has them guys playing every week. He should be the next coach. I believe so. I don't think they need a big name there. They need to have somebody there that's going to be, he's going to have some. They need somebody who's going to be there who can get these kids going. And I listened. They put his locker room addressing the team. How could you not want to run through a wall for that guy? To me, he's what Penn State is about, and I feel like they should give that guy a chance. Why not? Give him a 4-year deal. What's the worst that's going to happen? Like, do you think you're really going to miss out on one of these big-time college coaches? I just hope they keep him on. Whoever comes in says, first order of business, Terry Smith, you're on my staff. You're not going nowhere, you know. And then he makes him like an assistant head coach or something. This guy, he's Penn State through and through, and you know, I just I feel really good with him leading the way, and he makes adjustments. He makes adjustments. Other than what the guy who booked and the guy who got fired and left and went to West Virginia or Virginia Tech. I can't wait. People in Blacksburg are going to be going after him with pitchforks and torches. Cannot wait. But again, too, he's also playing in the ACC, which is like the almost football conference. You know what I mean? Like there's really no good teams in the ACC other than like Miami. You know, Pitt's getting a little better, but that's about it. You're playing Syracuse. You're playing Boston College. Boston College hasn't been good since I was a teenager. Okay. Pitt hasn't been good since, oh, God, I'll be 50. So I would say my mid-20s maybe. It was the last time Pitt was even relevant. Duke's getting to be a little bit better with Manny Diaz, another former Penn State coach. He's bringing them along. I mean, how about that? Like next year, Blacksburg, right? North Carolina. Bill Belichick comes into Blacksburg to play James Franklin. Oh, that's must see TV if I've never had nothing else to do. What are you guys having for stress-free football today? I know what I'm doing. I got a little tiny pizza that that I made up, and we're going to be baking that in the air fryer today, so I can watch all my foosball today. I will be going over my picks today as well, but whew. He's awoken. Noobs, what's up, buddy? He's when's the last time took roadies on a back-to-back nights with one of them being first place team has to be decades. Yeah, Noobs, I went on a rant, dude. As soon as I got in, Flyers team. I told people, watch out. They're going to surprise some people. I'm not saying they're going to hoist Lloyd Stanley, but they're playing very good right now, and I think Dan Vladar is the reason they are playing very well. Their young guys are scoring, and I think Talk has made a difference in that dressing room. I think Talkin has made a difference. Not taking nothing away from Tortorello. Tortorello got these guys to play too. Their styles are different, and you got to give Talk his credit. You know, I'm pretty sure Matty B will come on here and tell me to pump my brakes or I'm being too much of a homer. But, in a 4-game stretch that they played, the only weak team really was the Islanders. And they took 3 out of 4. So, and here's the thing. I'm going to keep reiterating that. They took 2 or 3 from the Stanley Cup champions. The defending Stanley Cup champions, they took 2 or 3. So, can't wait, man. Can't wait. And plus, when I was looking earlier, Boston, I seen I think they're in second in their conference or in their division. Yeah, Boston's second with 30 points in their conference right now. And they would be number 4. They would be the 4th seed right now. The way it would be is, I'm just going to give you it real quick. Lightning would be number 1. Jersey would be number 2. Hurricanes number 3. Flyers number 4. Bruins 5. Bruins 5. Oh, wait a minute. No, it would be the Capitals 5 because they have 14 wins. The Bruins would be, yeah. It would be the Bruins. I'm sorry. So it's Lightning 1, Devils 2, Hurricanes 3, Flyers 4 right now because they have more points. 4. It would be Boston 5, Washington 6, the Canadiens 7. The Penguins would be the 8th seeded team right now at 28th. Them and the Islanders are tied. Actually, the Islanders got more wins, but they also have one more game played. So they're kind of underneath. Looking at the schedule too, um, Flyers were 14 wins with 24 games played. Only them, the Penguins, and the yeah, Flyers, Penguins, and Hurricanes all have 24 in the Metropolitan Division. Panthers, Senators, Canadians also have 24 games played. Everybody else is 25 or more. Uh, from what I'm seeing, the Rangers have 27 games played, and the Bruins have 27 games played. And man, the Rangers ain't that far off either. I mean, the Rangers are really 1 point out of a playoff spot. Really, if you're looking at the whole division's 1 point out of a playoff, 2 points, like 6 points separates. 6 points separates first place to last place in the Metropolitan. So Talk is doing good so far, Pat. Oh yeah, I know. You gotta grind him. When you see Pat, when you see the Gobbler, aka Pat Bernard, when you see him on his TikTok and he's doing something live, I want you guys to get on there and just give it to him. Because former Flyer, yada yada yada. Yeah, former Flyer. Look where he's at. He's got him right there. So make sure you give him the business. I said the only time we looked outclassed so far this year was the Jets game. I didn't see the Lightning game, so maybe that one too. Yeah, Tampa. The Tampa game last week was kind of odd, Steve. I had the or Noobs. I had the post game for that. It was really kind of hard to talk about it. They just missed the net. They couldn't hit the net. The first time all season I seen them not being able to hit the net, and I also had that Jets game earlier in the year too. That was a 1 o'clock game. They I don't know if they were out boozing the night before or what, but yeah, they were kind of in that one. So, all right, guys, I am going to. Oh man, I'm going to give you my picks for today. What games are you guys wanting to watch today? I'm going to go down the schedule right here. Let's see the games today. All right. Okay, your 1 o'clock slates today. Rams going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. 49ers also heading kind of eastward. They go play the Browns. Texans go to Indy to play the Colts. Saints go to Miami to play the Dolphins. The Falcons come out of the dome to play the Jets. The Cardinals and Bucks square off in Tampa. I'll tell you what, no Baker Mayfield in that game. That might be a little rough. Jaguars and Titans kicking that off as the last window in the 1 o'clock hour. 4 o'clock hour, we got a couple good ones here. Vikings, Seahawks in Seattle. You have Raiders visiting the Chargers. And, of course, the big one that everybody's going to be looking forward to, Bills at Steelers. And then tonight you have the Broncos coming east to play the Commanders. And finishing out the slate for this week is Giants going to New England. So there are the games for this week, guys. Me personally, I've taken my picks for this week. If you watch Props, Locks, and Parlays, you will see that I had an abysmal college day yesterday. I went 1-4 over the. I went 1-4. Yeah. I had to do a double take last night when I saw Mitchkoff back checking in the third period. Looks like a buy-in. Mike Kaepernick checking in. The Eagles offense. That's to put it mildly, Mike. Yeah. My picks for today, I'm taking those Atlanta Falcons -2.5. I'm taking the Rams -10.5. I think they're going to blow out Carolina. I like Houston plus the 4.5. I don't think that they win the game, but I think they cover. I'll drop Seattle also 10.5. I do not like J.J. McCarthy going up to Seattle. No. And I took Denver tonight -6.5. So hopefully you guys can play that. Fire Patullo. Mike, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about Fire Patullo. How about we fire some of these players? Like, how about we fire Tyler Steen, who can't get off a damn block, who can't move anybody? How about we fired the decision makers like, I don't know, Nick Sirianni for keep running Cam Jurgens out there when the guy's physically banged up. Brett Toth did a decent job, you know. This team, I've been saying it has. You mean 2023 vibes? That's the year they did the collapse. I don't know about that, Mike. The 2023 team, not only couldn't score, they couldn't stop anybody, and you know the defense has at least showed up for a few weeks. Like the last 2 weeks, I can't really say, but you know, prior to that, and let's just call it for what it is too. The Birds had one of the hardest schedules in the league this year. You got everybody's best coming for you. So, maybe I was naive to think that they could go 13-4 again. But it's still possible. It's still possible. Yeah, that could be. I mean, I think they're getting some help. I mean, with the kid Hinton coming back, he was the tackle that played at Michigan. I really like this kid. I think he could be your future right tackle. So him being able to come back from his back issue, hopefully can give the Eagles some line depth. But if Cam's really that messed up, like I'm not starting him the last 4 games. I'm going to tell him go get right, especially if you're making it to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like they're 2.5 up on the Cowboys right now. So, or no, 1.5 up on the Cowboys. So that's why I'm looking. Oh, here we go. I'm going to bring something up for you guys as soon as it loads up. All right. All right. All right. Let me bring this up. I'm going to bring this up for you guys. Here we go. This right here is your current playoff picture, up to date. All right. Rams are number 1, Patriots. The 2 number 2s are Bears and Broncos. Number 3s are Colts and Eagles. 4 Steelers and Bucks. 5 Chargers and Seahawks. 6 Jags and Packers. 7 Bills and 49ers. Those are your teams right now that you're in. On the bubble, right here, look at this. I just want to show you something. If Buffalo loses, right here, if they lose today in Pittsburgh, the Texans win, they move ahead of them. And then look who the 3 teams would be on the bubble. It would be Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore. The number 1, 2, and 3 teams going in for next year. Do you feel the Eagles can improve a lot and win the Super Bowl, as I hope they do? No, Bruce, I don't know, man, because it just seems like when the only good team really and I'm not even saying, right now I would have to give that money and put it on the Rams. Like I don't think Chicago was better than the Eagles, but they just played a better game. And the Eagles didn't. Like they just look so lackluster. Right now, their playoff probability is at 99. The Bears, for some odd reason, being the number 2 seed, their playoff possibility is at 78%. Now, this could change. If the Bears lose one of the next 2 weeks against Green Bay, they would have to beat Green Bay and lose to Green Bay. Because believe it or not, if Green Bay were to beat them in that matchup next week, I feel like they would go ahead of the Eagles by that half a game. They really would. They would jump into the number 2 spot by a half a game. But my whole thing is you hope for the Bears to beat them once and to lose once. So this way, that kind of knocks them down. The Eagles can slide back up, all depending on that. But the Bears have some tough games ahead of them, left as well. Tie-breaking procedures. Oh, never mind. So there it is. There is the NFC's picture right now. So it would be as of wait a minute. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Sorry about that. So, three teams on the bubble in the NFC are the Lions, Cowboys, and Panthers. So, I just don't think that is really going to matter going forward here, guys. I really don't. Um, uh, Bruce checking in says, yes, I feel the Rams may be number one in the NFC and maybe even the Lins. But I feel we have much more talent and maybe more. I don't know, Bruce. Just because you have the talent, you ain't got to put it together. You know what I mean? Morning, Mike from Tacoma, Washington State. Mickey, good morning, buddy. It is 6:44 out there. Get some coffee, my friend. It is way too early for you to be up. Adam says, and the way the Eagles play. I mean the Lions. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like the Lions are on the outside looking in. The Cowboys are on the outside looking in. You know, teams like the 49ers and Seahawks and there's going to be a lot of flip-flopping if you really kind of look at it. I mean, we can go through I can bring up their schedules really for the next. All right, let me go right here. Okay. Week 14, you're going to know right away because the Cowboys and Lions play each other. So you're going to know right off the bat. Seahawks play the Falcons. I'm looking to see some matchups here. Bears play at Packers, so that should be a good one. Eagles, Chargers. The following week after that, Eagles got the Raiders. So I think that's an easy win, and I really do, and I'm going to say it. Oh, the Bears host the Browns. And who do Packers have? Chiefs and Chargers play again. Lions and Rams should be a good one. Colts at Seahawks should be a good one. And the Packers play the Broncos. Wow, that's a good one. Vikings and Cowboys are, it looks like they are the Sunday night game. So, yeah, you get to watch Jerry get glazed. You get to watch the Cowboys get glazed over again. Week 16, really good game, man. It is Seahawks, Rams at Seahawks. But that Saturday, holy cow, you have Eagles, Commanders, Packers at the Bears on that. And then you have the Chargers at the Cowboys. So, I mean, you got some pretty good matchups here. Panthers and Bucks get together. Jaguars and Broncos get together. 49ers at Indianapolis. Steelers at the Lions. I mean, these are all really good games. Week 17, Commanders host the Cowboys on Christmas Day. So there's 3 Christmas Day games. Holy cow. You know what? Lions and Vikings play on Christmas Day, and Broncos and Chiefs play on Christmas Day. So there's 3 games on Christmas Day this year. Then that Saturday, you have literally. No, that's Sunday. Yeah, then that Sunday you have basically you got Bears 49ers, which should be a good one. You have Eagles, Bills. I'm trying to take a look at some of the Ravens and Packers, Jaguar and Colts. And then the last week of the season, we already know that we're playing Washington, but you have Seahawks 49ers, which should be a good one. You have Ravens Steelers, should be a good one. Chargers and Broncos should be a good one. Lions and Bears. So, again, you have a chance in this. You have a chance in this. The way the Eagles are playing, they might not beat the Chargers. I'll tell you what, they got to get that run game. They got to get that run defense shored up. Because if they can get that run game shored up, they can get after Justin Herbert. The only problem is Herbert's been running the ball. I don't know. I'm not buying into the whole Jesse Minter defense. He brought the Michigan defense into the NFL. Like, I feel like the Eagles can exploit that. I really do. They just gotta stop doing the same 8 plays. That's it. Uh, yes, I feel you are right. Maybe Patullo should not be our OC, and he's not good and has made players mad. Well, that's something for the team to get in there and talk. Listen, I think that they're having. If I was a coach and this was going on, like somewhere that you got to do an intervention somewhere, right? Somewhere you got to get your players in here, coaching staff in here, your core players, get them in, sit them down, and go, hey, what the hell are we doing, guys? We need an identity. If we can't run the ball right now, then we got to be a throwing team. You know. So I don't know. I'm just waiting to see. Guys, what is going to be your meal for today? And I read off the list today in your local area. What game are you looking forward to watching the most today? Me personally, I think I'm going to try to get around and watch that Rams Carolina game. I think that's going to be a very interesting game. Also, I also am a defensive guy, so if I can find the Colts and the Texans, I'll probably watch that as well. 4 o'clock game, I'll probably be like everybody else watching Pittsburgh and Buffalo, and I'll probably be going to bed during that Broncos and Commanders game. I just don't see how they're going to win that game. But all right, guys, it has been real. Hopefully, Big Al, he is okay and can come back again, guys. Just a little programming note: props, locks, and parlays. On Tuesday night. Right now, it's kind of iffy. They said some bad weather's moving through the area on that day. Look for it to be on unless it's on our socials that we have canceled the show for that evening. So, but as of right now, look for it to be on there. Tomato soup, grilled cheese for dinner. Mike, you're going old school right there, my man. You going to dip it in? I have no idea. I think I'm going to do just my homemade pizzas and then stick them in my air fryer. Bruce says, did you see that the Flyers won again? We got rid of Torts. We would be good. Well, you know what? Yeah, it's season's still young, but the Flyers are hanging right there with all the good teams. So I love it. He says, great show, brother. Love you right back, Mike. Bruce saying thank you again for broadcasting today. You're welcome, Bruce. You know what, Bruce? You make sure you come back and follow us on everything, my buddy. Adam says, great show, Mike. Thank you, guys. Well, like I said, be on the lookout. Don't forget, guys, Steel City Sunday today. Pre and post. And tonight, The Godfather of Mayfair returns. That's right, Matty B returns 9 o'clock for the final word. I am Mike Lauro. I will see you guys tomorrow night for Clear the Ice after the Flyers beat those Ice Pigeons. You guys have a great Sunday, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.